blocker. Spent today talking to people in one of the hardest hit areas, and this is video of that area right now.
This is Mill Creek. It looks peaceful now, but this is the creek that did this. Check this out. This home ripped off its foundation.
We're in downtown Old Fort, North Carolina. If you take a look behind me, some of the businesses are getting cleaned out. This area is right near a little river. That river overflowed on its banks. A lot of the businesses in this area were flooded.
Which has now claimed at least 230 lives. Continue across the southeastern United States. Officials are tackling storm.
This is my hometown. This is where I was born, in Old Fort, North Carolina, and was raised about 5 miles from here. So this is my heart. Displaced railroad tracks, houses, other buildings that have been pushed off their foundation, some just totally demolished.
This area has been devastated. Entire towns have been washed off the map. The town I grew up in, less than a mile and a half away, it'll never be the same.
Only nature out of control could do what's been done.
Found out bridges were gone, then we found out homes were gone, we found out people were gone.
My name is Don Vess. I'm pastor of Destiny City Church in Salisbury, North Carolina. We received word that my sister, along with her husband and all of his extended family, cousins, aunts, uncles, all living in the same row of houses, were all swept away by a huge mudslide, and it was just devastating news. But at the same time, there were other people all around them that were hurting, and I could just see hurting people everywhere, and had been trying to reach out to my family to see if they were okay. I couldn't get any of them because none of them had cell service or electricity even. And so I knew the need was dire. And while I was in the store, my sister called, and we're sitting in the sanctuary of her home church where my nephew, Keith, is the pastor. Yes. We're rolling.
I am Keith Jameson. I'm the pastor here at Living Waters Tabernacle. I'm passionate about people, love the church. I've been the pastor here for 8 years. I never dreamed that I would have to pastor a flock of people through a pandemic. Certainly never dreamed I would have to endure a catastrophic event like this, but the Lord has put the right people in the right places at the right time.
When Keith called me, I'm talking to him, and it just, the idea just hit me. I know it was a God thing. I asked Keith, I said, Keith, is there anything you need? He said, we need everything. I don't think either one of us recognized the magnitude of it, what would take place, but he just said yes. And I'm thinking we get several truckloads of stuff there to help him. Well, and then I started soliciting help from other people, other sources. And I don't think I didn't get any no's. People were more than happy to help. And before you know it, we've got 1 truckload, 2 truckloads, 3 truckloads. We've sent 4 truckloads, and we have another truckload in waiting to come up here. But we're not by ourselves because other people got involved. And we've given away generators, food, diapers, you name it, tents, tarps, medical supplies, all of those things. And one of the things that you'll hear around Destiny City is, even as much as you've done it unto the least of these, you've done it unto me.
You fed me when I was hungry. You clothed me when I was naked. You opened up your homes and your hearts to me. And they said, but when did we do that? And he said, when you did it to the least of these.
1 Corinthians 15:58. Whatever you do in word or deed, do it as unto the Lord, knowing this, that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. And I've told Keith the same thing. Keith, I know it's hard. It's tough. But you're making a difference.
You know, I believe that God works all things for our good, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. That God can take his fingertip and touch any assignment of darkness that the enemy unleashes against us, and he can turn it into something beautiful. And in the midst of all the adversity, I won't say restored my faith in people or in humanity, but it gave me a reassurance. I have seen the true nature of God's people. I shared with our congregation that I feel repentant myself, that it took a storm to get us to really be his hands and feet. I bet I've directed probably 300 different rescue groups and search and rescue groups, folks wanting to help folks coming in with big machinery and chainsaws, and on one hand it's been the most trying emotional experience, especially considering we lost family members, but it's also been one of the most rewarding experiences, knowing that you're actually doing what Jesus said to do.
I can tell you this, my sister Evelyn, my brother-in-law Dan, would be doing the very same thing. They were that kind of people. They were very selfless, giving, loving people. And she would want me to do what we're doing. That would be her heart. She wouldn't say, stop, grieve for me, those kind of things. I've had my moments of grief. I've had my moments of tears. And even now it's hard to hold my emotions in check, but kind of put your own emotions on the shelf. Like, I'll deal with that later, and go ahead and do what you've got to do. And it's just our people, our fellowship, Destiny City, I'm just so proud of them. I believe that God has given each one of us a divine destiny, and it's determined by our willingness to submit our lives to him, allow him to be Lord of our life. That way we can fulfill our God-given destiny.
To be able to truly walk that out, in real time, it's an honor.